Dear learners, hello and welcome to this new video. In the previous lesson we dealt with the set and reset instruction. Today we are going to unlock the SR and RS flip-flops. In fact, these are quite similar to the set and reset. Still hear the set and reset in a single box. We continue with the example of the motor to see practically the use of the flip-flop. We start with the SR. We use as inputs the start and stop push buttons and the motor for the output. We can put the output on here, or use a coil instead and assign the flip-flop with a bit memory address. It is actually the same, however, in case we have a set of instructions with a rather great number of outputs, sure, it does not seem practical to use the first method. For the purpose of this lesson we keep the program simple and go right to see how the SR flip-flop works. As usual, for every modification on the program we compile and load the data to our virtual CPU. As you will see as we progress in the course, having a perfect mastery on the simulation is essential for a successful program. As soon as there are no issues reported, we launch the simulation to test the first flip-flop. First, we click on the set and release. The output still active. We deactivate the output with a single click on the reset. Secondly, we click on the set and keep it pressed. As you can see, even with the set pressed the output turns off by clicking on the reset, however bear in mind that if we release the reset the output turns on again as long as the S receives the signal and no signal in the R. A critical point to retain before we move to the RS is the number 1 beside the R. We use the same inputs and outputs to see how the RS works and the slight difference between the two by bringing some modification. We stop the simulation, we head on over the tiny arrow aside to switch to the RS. Clearly, unlike the SR, the set is under and the number 1 is now beside the S, so we use the same inputs as the SR flip-flop to start and stop the motor. Please note that the same as the SR flip-flop, the S is for the set and R for the reset. In the simulation, we see what sets the two apart. Back on PLC Sim. We relaunch the simulation. We proceed similarly as the SR flip-flop. We click on the set and release, the output turns on. To deactivate it, we click on the reset. Now we click on the set and maintain the signal. As we see even if we click on the reset, the output will not deactivate unlike the SR when the set is still pressed. This is the only difference between the two. In a nutshell, the number 1 next to the R in the SR means that it's the reset which has the priority over the set. Meanwhile in RS, it is the set. It's noteworthy to point out that it's the SR that is most used in PLC programs, but in the world of industry there could be situations where it's the things we held as insignificant that will get us out of trouble, save us time and costs. Well, thank you for watching and hope you have enjoyed the video. In the next lesson, we will see how to make this example look more realistic by discovering the positive and negative edge. See you in another video.